Okay, we're going to divide mixed numbers. So we're going to divide 3 2/3 divided by 2 1/4. So to do that, our first step is we're going to change these into improper fractions. So in order to change these into improper fractions, we're going to follow this method. So we're going to do 3 times 3, and then we're going to add 2. Same over here, we're going to do 4 times 2 and add 1. So 3 times 3 is 9. 9 plus 2 is 11 thirds. Next over here, 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So this becomes 9 fourths. So this is our new problem. All right, next step is, the second step is we're going to flip the second fraction. So flipping the second fraction is called the reciprocal. So we're going to do the reciprocal of 9 fourths. I like to just say flip it because it's easier to remember that instead of the reciprocal. But basically the reciprocal, or flipping this, means we're just going to flip it around where the 4 is going to go on top and the 9 is going to go on the bottom. And then we're going to change it into multiplication. Okay, so let's do that. So we're going to do 11 thirds times, now we're going to flip that, 4 ninths. So now we have our new fraction. So the next step we're going to do, the third step, is we're going to multiply across. Before I usually multiply across, I always like to check my cross simplifying to see if I can cross simplify it all before I do this step. So basically I'm looking, can I simplify 3 fourths? I can't because 3 is prime and they don't have a common factor. Next I look at 9 and 11. Again, 9 and 11 are both prime, so they're not going to have any common factor except 1. And that's not going to help me simplify that at all. So I can't cross simplify, so I'm just going to multiply across. So we're going to multiply across like that. So we're going to do 11 times 4 is 44, and then 3 times 9 is 27. So our next step is, since this is improper, we're going to change it to a mixed number. So it's back in a mixed number. And the way we do that is we divide. So we're going to do 44 divided by 27. And 44 goes into 27 one time. 27 times 1 is 27. And then remember, we subtract next. So we're going to subtract 44 from 27, and that's 17. And that's going to be our answer. And so remember to change it into that mixed number. This becomes the whole, this becomes the numerator, and this becomes the denominator. So our answer is 1 and 17/27. And the final step always is double check, have I simplified all the way? And this particular problem is simplified all the way because 17 is prime and the only thing that goes into 17 is 1. So that's going to be my final answer, 1 and 17/27.